Hi, legends. How's everyone doing on this beautiful day? Nice little bumpy action from my update this morning. Um, we seem to have managed to hold the value area low that I highlighted this morning during my video update. So far, it looks great. Can the momentum continue? Can we continue to make higher highs and higher lows and potentially break the trend to the upside? Today, we'll analyze the price of Bitcoin. Yes, it's a breakout, but can it last? That is the question. Or is this just still part of a bearish corrective structure here to the upside for momentum to the downside? Today, we'll analyze the price of Bitcoin. I'll go through the comments. Let's have a fun show. Today is going to be a little bit shorter. And right, let's dive right in. Let me share my screen over here. Ooh, okay, that's a little bit big. Let me just put myself here at the back, nice in the middle. Welcome, Mr. Crypto Big Brains. What's up, legends? Well, BTC looks like it wants to push to the upside. Yes. Can this be sustained? That is the question, right? It's going to 60K to screw the short traders. South Pole, yeah, definitely a possibility. I actually And I mean, I don't mind being stopped out, but I'm actually in a short at the moment. Believe it or not, I am in a short. Call me crazy, and I will show you guys exactly why I entered a short. But I don't care if I get stopped out because I did not risk more than what I can afford to lose. And I have made some significant gains with this momentum here to the upside already. So I'm happy with my percentage gain for the day. I've achieved my goal. So this is just a small little try over here. Right, legends. I mean, this is what we're interested in. I mean, just looking at the CVD, you guys must probably guessed why I entered a short over here. I am spotting some local bearish CVD between this pivot and this pivot. This is why I entered a short right here with an extreme tight stop loss, very little capital, okay? Not 100x, not 40x with my entire account. It's a small position because I realize that the momentum is to the upside, and I know that there's a good possibility that I can be stopped out. But I will also show you why I entered the short. So definitely a tick for me was the berry CVD, and the tick number 2 for me was when I zoom into the price action. Okay, you can see where we are currently struggling. By the previous day, value area low, this is where we are struggling to break through. Okay, so definitely we can get a small little pullback from where we are right now. And I would imagine, okay, you want to find support above these highs for bullish continuation to the upside. Okay, so if we do get the pullback to the downside, this is where I plan to take profits, small little scalp, but I do realize, okay, please do not FOMO into trades. I do realize that if we get acceptance and we start closing a body of a 15-minute candle or a 1-hour candle above this line and we gain acceptance back inside this area, okay, there's a good possibility that we can continue the momentum to the upside to the top over here. Okay, so I know that there's a risk of me being stopped out, and I might even be stopped out right now. That's why I risked a little bit. And actually, I think I almost stopped out. Okay, nonetheless, are we going to get a swing failure from this high? Are we going to get a swing failure from these highs? Let's see, analyze the situation. But I think the most important trade that I got into, that I discussed with our Legends trading community this morning, was the long year to the upside. That's where I made majority of my profits. Ooh, point of control. I want to watch this level, point of control. Okay, let's see how that level reacts. Okay, Legends, smash up the like on your way in. Thanks for joining the stream. Mr. Frank, hi, 𝗬𝗍𝗇 and Legends. First like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's go. Okay, Legends. I think I got stopped out of that position. Yes, I got stopped out. Okay, momentum is continuing to the upside, and that's why I said please do not FOMO into trades. Okay, it was worth a shot for me, and I risked very, 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 very little capital on this potential short here to the downside when I saw we were struggling to break out here. But I realized the momentum is to the upside. There's nice green volume supporting the move to the upside. So still happy with the long that I took here. Okay, so let's go on to, I just want to clean up the chart a little bit over here. Let's go on to the 15-minute time frame and explain to everyone why. Okay, the Legends, first link down in the description if you'd like to join our Legends trading community. Why did I take the long here to the upside? I must admit I was a little bit late to the party, and usually when I see that the move is playing out and I'm a little bit late to the party, I will still enter the trade with less capital depending on where my stop loss is. Because you guys know by now, okay, it is my stop loss that determines how much capital I deploy and how many tick boxes I have from a bullish perspective or a bearish perspective, whether I'm playing to the upside or to the downside. Okay, so this morning during our Legends live session, okay, we were watching this level over here. Let's make it white, and we call it the range high, okay? For those of you that's been following me for a while, you know exactly what I'm going to talk about right now. Range high, okay? On Bybit and some of the other exchanges, this price action over here actually took the range high, okay? It actually went above and we SFP'd. Small little wicks here, we SFP'd from the range high. And usually you do get a reaction when you tap this level for the first time. When you have a dump, the first high that you make, okay, which is also referred to as the dead cat bounce. I see some people refer to it as the dead cat bounce. I refer to it as the range high or range low, depending on whether the price is coming from the upside or to the downside. So in this case, we had a dump. You form your range high, and probabilities are always, it happens like 80-90% of the time. When you tap this level for the first time, you usually get a reaction to the downside. And usually you take the low. And we literally just front run that low by a couple of dollars, okay? If I take a fib here, I just want to see. From the low to the high, I mean, that is a couple of dollars, okay? $20, $10 that we missed that low by. And right, nonetheless, because it didn't get tapped on my exchange, Binance, that I'm using to do my analysis, I didn't enter the trade. Okay, it front run my level. But I see on Bybit, some of the legends got into the short here to the downside. Okay, and I hope you paid yourself to the downside, because as you can see, we almost claimed the low, didn't claim the low, and then there was some bullish CVD building up between these two pivots, and then we got the breakout to the upside. And the reason I entered the long trade here to the upside, and I've closed like 80% of the position, and I've got 20% running at the moment. The reason I entered it is because when you tap this level for the second time, you increase the probabilities of coming to fill the inefficiency. And I often speak about this strategy, and that's exactly what happened. I told the legends this morning, if we close a 15-minute body candle above this line, you increase, or you just tap it for the second time, you increase the probabilities of coming to fill the inefficiency. This is where I entered the long, and this is where I took profits, okay, and I've still got 20% of the position running to the upside. Let's see if when we hit this level, we might get an SFP from this level over here. Let's see how that plays out. Okay, so that is purely from an education perspective. Please smash up the like for the alpha. Always here to educate. This is why I entered the long. I played the range high strategy, and this range high and range low strategy has a high hit rate. Okay, it doesn't always play out, but it has a very high hit rate. So today it actually played out to perfection. It's just a pity that the Binance perpetual contract that I do my analysis on didn't tap the highs or the high over here. If it did, I would have entered a short. Okay, and for the legends that use the Bybit perpetual contracts, the USDT and the USD, you will see that the highs have been claimed. This high was claimed. Okay, and you could have shorted here to the downside and paid yourself to the bottom. And for the legends, I hope you guys in our Discord Legends community, I hope you took the long here to the upside. Okay, body candle close above, that just screams momentum to the upside to come and fill the inefficiency, and we are now hitting profit taking areas. Okay, this is why I took some profits over here, because when you switch on your session volume profile, I'm aware that we are hitting resistance. Okay, value area low. Okay, we got a wick in, we got acceptance back below. It's like, okay, maybe I'm going to attempt a short over here, and I got stopped out, small little short. But now you can see even with price moving here to the upside, CVD is still falling down, which shows me that there's still strength behind this move. Okay, so definitely worth an attempt. I mean, the risk management is just absolutely fantastic. I like to take little attempts at trades like this because the risk management is absolutely fantastic. And if I get stopped out, no worries. Okay, I don't cry when I get stopped out. Okay, cool. So legends, purely from an education perspective, that is basically what happened. Just want to switch the battery on. And right, let me go through some comments over here. Momentum might continue here to the upside. We can go through the higher time frame in a moment. Hello, legends. Yacosta, welcome. Alan Clark, good afternoon. Great to see you here. Mariela, I was also in the short, got stopped. Oh, you also entered the short. Yes, I mean, it looked like it wanted to fall down, struggling to get acceptance back above the value area low. Okay. It just looked like it wanted to turn around, maybe come back for a retest and then continue. So I was planning to play the small little move here. I mean, very little capital. As traders, even the best traders, I just want to make it clear, the best traders in the world still get stopped out. Okay. It's about how little you lose when you get stopped out and how much you make when you do make profits. Okay, so, I mean, I made some significant profits over here, so happy with today's trade. And I usually aim for like a 1% to 2% gain on my portfolio per day. And I've actually hit, I think, 2% on my portfolio today. So I'm happy with the momentum that I'm still making here to the upside. Okay, so, right, let's take some of the noise here out the way, switch off the session volume profile, and just zoom out here a little bit. Okay, so now you guys know the range high and the range low. They are very, very powerful strategies. Right. Also, before we continue, down in the description, where's my video now? Down in the description of this video, let me just do this. Okay, down in the description of this video, there's another special running. So we've got the Bybit, and I'm sure you guys have heard Andy speak about this as well. For top tier 500, when you select this link, you can go and claim a position airdrop, USDT airdrop, where they open up a position for you. And the first one is 500, where you can choose from any of these coins over here. And then the other one is more meme coin focused, where you can have a $200 position open. You need to sign up and follow the steps here at the bottom. And as always, that bluffing 10% cashback bonus is still in play, right? 10% cashback on the money that you deposit into your 𝗞𝗔ce account. So some great specials running here at the moment for limited time. The 10% is only up until the 12th of September. So make sure that you take advantage of this deal. And here's the first link down in the description to go and join our Legends Trading community, where myself and Andy basically do live technical analysis every single day, or video technical analysis. If we don't have time to do a live, we do a video update. So and there's also news that gets dropped every day, you know, a summarized version of all the alpha that's out there, so that you don't have to spend hours in front of Twitter, where our researchers basically compact and summarize all the important news from a crypto perspective, and you have access to all of that. Right. Okay, let's dive right in over here. I want to go into the 4-hour time frame and just maybe clean up the chart, switch off the daily levels, and just see, well, where are we at the moment? So, I mean, keeping things simple, we are still inside of a little flag. I'm not going to call it a bull flag or bear flag. I'm just going to call it a flag. But you can see we are forming a flag over here. Okay, when you connect these two pivots, and we have a trend that's running from all the way, okay, from 13 September, when I connect the lows over here and I connect this pivot, we basically are in a formation of a flag over here. So what I'm looking at over here is to say that, well, okay, from a simplicity perspective, you basically want us to stay inside of here, range for a little bit longer, and then either have the breakout to the upside or the breakout to the downside. Or we could have those fake outs. You guys know the fake outs where you go and claim the lows again. You have the fake out, you have acceptance back above the low, SFP from the low, and then you have the breakout to the upside. So we don't know how this is going to play out, but it does seem that we could be ranging for a little bit longer before the true move actually plays out. So from a simplicity, that's something that I'm looking at over here. Also, we are still safe looking at this structure. And I know a lot of people are saying that this structure is bearish, and I will go through some bearish scenarios at the moment, because for the moment, the bearish scenarios do unfortunately carry higher probabilities than the bullish scenarios that I still have on the table. So we have to acknowledge that the probability of claiming the low is still higher than the probability of claiming the high. Okay, unfortunately, from an Elliott wave perspective, the bearish case scenarios do carry higher probabilities. But like I say, you just never know. It's all just a game of probability, and it could be that the lowest probability scenario does actually end up playing out. Right, so I mean, this structure does look bearish, and I mean, this could be the local low for now, where you go back, you top the tip, you tap the top, and then you come back down, you tap the bottom at the 786, you go back up, and so you continue ranging, confusing the people, but you're still making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and maybe then you smack back out. Okay, we just never know. As traders, we don't know, but that is why the smaller time frame strategies that I'm showing you over here, that is why it's so powerful, because I still get a lot of comments from people saying, 𝗬𝗚𝘆𝗽, we're going to $40,000. Why are you telling people that we can still go up? Or 𝗬𝗚𝘆𝘽, we're going to $100,000. Why are you telling people that we're going to $40,000? You know, I just want to make it clear once again. And I think I'm going to keep on saying this for a little bit longer until the message sinks in. From a day trading perspective, I do not care whether we're going to 100K or whether we're going to 40K. As long as price moves up and down and up and down, and I have my levels marked out and I trade with good risk management, I can short, I can long, I can short, I can long, I can short. The question is, have you made money today? Have you made money for the week? Have you made money for the month? Is your portfolio overall up or down? Okay. Are you the type of person that's just saying, we're going down, we're going down, we're going down, and you're not making money? Okay. Are you putting your money where your mouth is? That's the other question. You know, are you in a massive short? Yet to the downside, if you are the believer we're going to $40,000, are you in a massive short? Where's your invalidation? Where's your technical analysis? And based on what data do you think we are going to $40,000? Right. I really get worked up when I see messages like that, because I'm just like, okay, well, it's cool if you believe that we're going to $40,000. Great. Okay. Great on you. But are you making money as a trader? Have you made money today? Have you made money during the last week? Is your overall P&L for your portfolio going up or going down? Right. Okay. So, and I mean, if you are a believer that we're going to $40,000 and you're not making money with what the market is offering you on a day-to-day basis, I mean, why are you throwing stones? Like, why? I don't get it. Okay, it's not a YouTuber's or influencer's job to tell people that we're definitely going to 100,000 or we're definitely going to 40,000. I'm here to teach you to make money from this. I don't care if we're going to $40,000 or $100,000. I hope that message sinks in, is to say that, well, if you're a believer we're going to $40,000, have you made money here? Okay, have you longed? Have you shorted? Have you longed? Have you shorted? Okay, and overall, are you still making profits? That's what that matters to me. That is why I want everyone watching this channel to be successful, is that have you made money in this structure? If you're a believer we're going to 100K or 40K, have you made money inside of this structure? Or are you sitting on your hands waiting for one of those levels to get hit? Right. I hope I drove that point across. Okay, because this morning, myself and the legends, we made money here to the upside and we made money to the downside. Okay, this is a beautiful range high and range low strategy that I'm educating you guys about, because when you see this price action again, this price action again, you know, okay, we had a dump to the downside. Usually the first high that we make is now the range high. When you tap this level for the first time, chances are you're going to get a reaction. If you tap this level for a second time, chances are you're going to come fill the inefficiency. So here's another trading opportunity for me. Okay, either a short here to the downside, depending on price action, what I see over here, or it's a long to the upside to come and fill the inefficiency. Exactly what played out over here. And that is day trading, okay? A day trader does not care about price going to $100,000. He doesn't care whether it's going to $40,000. As long as we get volatility, we are happy. As long as we get volatility, we are on the moon, okay? Right. What else? What else? Let's go through some more comments over here. So true, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, Mr. Crypto Big Brains. Thank you so much. SFP, yes. I mean, like I've just mentioned, I would like to see if we get an SFP from this line, from these highs over here. Okay, this is a decision moment for me at the moment. Right, let's look at CVD here quick. Yo, we have. Okay, we don't have bullish or bearish CVD just as yet. It looks like price wants to continue it to the upside. Okay, I don't see any weakness in CVD just as yet, so perhaps it's better just to look at price action. And for the moment, I mean, yellow is still falling and going sideways, so it's not showing any signs of weakness just as yet. So for now, it looks like the probabilities is higher for continuation here to the upside. Right, and that's purely just looking at CVD. Price action sometimes tells a different story. Okay, so I just want to see how we are going to react. Yeah. Right. So far, it's breaking out. There's some green volume supporting the move. Okay, so perhaps if you close a solid 15-minute, 1-hour candle above this line, you increase the probabilities of coming to fill the inefficiency. Exactly what happened here. You have a dump, you have a range high, you close a candle above, you fill the inefficiency. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, I don't want to see a wick left behind, because if price pulls back and it leaves a wick behind, chances are we're going to have a small little retracement back to the downside. Okay, but for now, price is strong, no shorts. And I cannot stress enough how important it is not to try and catch this top, okay? To try and show off how beautifully you caught the top, because maybe it pulls back over here and you're a person that has an entry over here. And then you post, you know, you send me a personal message, and I get people sending me personal messages, and they say, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, look at where I caught the top. And then price starts pulling away. And I always respond by saying, why? Why did you enter over there? That was so dangerous. Where did you put your stop loss? Okay. Because if you're trying to catch the top over here, okay, where are you putting your stop loss? The reason I wait for a retracement, is because I need to know where to put my stop loss. It is from a risk management perspective that I am patient and I'm waiting for price to pull back so I know where to put my stop loss. I am not impressed if you have an entry over here. I'm not impressed, because how did you manage your risk? Okay, currently getting a little bit of a pullback over here. Right, so now if you are attempting a short over here, now at least you know where to put your stop loss. Your entry should be over here, okay, and then also, you know, potential profit taking area at the order block. Right, simple, just keeping the analysis simple over here. Okay, but I mean, it could happen, you know. This looks like what happened over here. Value area low, okay, we had the value area low. We left the wick behind. I entered a short, my stop above the high, and then price just showed strength to the upside. But this is definitely, for me, a shorting opportunity. I would just like to see a little bit more bearish CVD, which I don't see at the moment. So perhaps trading price action is the route to go. Okay, so if you were sniper, you should already be in the profits. You know, and this is how quickly it sometimes happens, is that you see price action, it looks bullish, it looks like it wants to go up, price pulls down, you enter. I mean, you have to be sniper, you have to be so quick. And this is what I refer to as the aggressive SFP strategy, is that as price is pulling back, you enter, you put your stop loss, and as soon as you move into profits, you protect your position. And as you move down, you start taking profits, okay, to at least cover your fees and stuff. But the downfall, okay, wait. The downfall about the aggressive SFP strategy is that you could be wicked out and then it gets acceptance back below again. And that's usually where I am extremely persistent. I enter again. Okay. I'm very persistent, but I will be stopped out at break even. I will not be stopped out with a loss. Okay, cool. Right, so let's go through some more comments. Guys, smash the like for the alpha. Mr. 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍𝗽, welcome. Buy now. Buy at, what is this? Mr. Crypto Big Brains, can you please delete that comment from 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗍? Okay, I think someone is just trying to punt some altcoins here. Bump and run maybe on the 15-minute. Thank you so much. Right, yellow and white. I show no one my trades. I'm scared the wife see it. I show no one my trades. I'm scared my wife's gonna see it. Oh greatness. Okay, that's classic. Bump and run on the 15 minutes. Let me go check that out. On the 15-minute bump and run. Are you looking at this one? Is it this one that you're looking at, or was it this one? Let's try again. Was it this one? The lines you use for divergence. The lions you use for divergence. Right. I mean, yes, I mean, in hindsight, this was also a beautiful break of trend, right? It does look like a bump and run where you have those two taps. I like the two taps, a wave, the two taps, and then you have the bump phase, you break out, the target is the high. Okay, so let's see if this plays out. Definitely a possibility, but it's not to say that price has to do this, okay? There can be waves inside here. There can be waves before you claim the high. Nothing ever moves in a straight line. I mean, waves. Can you guys see the waves? Okay, so this could definitely be a rejection for now. It moves down, it finds strength, it goes back up. But right, it could also be a little bit of a V shape over here. Not really a V shape because you want to see a fast dump as well. But I agree with you, Mr. 𝗖𝗍𝘍𝗽. This does look like a bump and run here on the 15-minute time frame. Of which, if it is a true bump and run, this is your target. Okay, this is your target. Right, but you can still short, right? We played a long year yesterday. With this momentum here to the downside, we longed yesterday, okay? And then some of the legends shorted here to the downside. We longed again, yes, somewhere. Some of the legends longed this momentum to the upside. And then some of the legends, 382, when you take a flip from the high to the low, 382, some of the legends shorted. So even if you're in a downtrend, you can still long if you know where to take profits. You can short, long, short, long, short, long. Okay? You just need to apply your trading strategy. Yeah, I mean, price is just not showing any weakness at the moment. So, I mean, for me, this is definitely a shorting zone. And we are getting a little bit of a reaction. So you want to see the reaction. We got a reaction. But CVD is not showing me any weakness at the moment. I mean, yellow is still falling down here. It's still so far from reaching this pivot. Price action still looks strong. Okay. Let's see. Right. It rejected the 1.618 exactly. Let's see. Are you taking the 1.618 from this? Oof, yeah, there is a 1.618 over here. Okay. Definitely an area to keep an eye on. Definitely. I just want to make the writing bigger so everyone can see it. I made it smaller this morning while I was trading It's just easier for me, right? Definitely an area of rejection over here. Okay, definitely an area of rejection. I mean, you guys know how powerful the 1.618 level is. Extremely powerful. Also, when you take a fib here from the high to the low to the high, you can see, I need to change the settings over here. Okay, but you can see how we tapped the 1.618 over here. Tap the 1.618 and you got a rejection, okay, from the momentum. So you got a correction to the upside. When you take a fib from the high to the low at the 382, that's, you know, usually I always preach about take profits, pay yourself, protect your position. Once 1.618, you got a retracement and then you got continuation. So all I'm saying over here is that there is definitely the possibility that you find a rejection in this zone, but then you continue, like what happened over here. Okay, and you can make money from these little moves. Believe it or not, you can make money from these moves if you manage your risk properly. Okay, you know where to take profits, so you don't get stopped out and you were in the profits. Oh, crap, I had profits, now I have nothing. Okay, you need to pay yourself. Although I'm not seeing any weakness here from CVD at the moment, it is, from a price action perspective, still a level that I would definitely consider a short. But I mean, you just need to be aggressive with your profit taking to the downside and have exceptionally good risk management and know that you can be stopped out. Okay, so when I enter a trade, it's psychologically, I tell myself, you are going to lose the money that you've entered with when your stop loss gets hit. You are going to lose it. So I already write it off. And if I don't feel comfortable with the amount that I'm going to lose, I risk less. Okay, I decrease my position size. Okay, I just want to make sure that I change this from center to left, or to right. Let's put it on. Okay, that looks better. Right, so I mean, you should already be in the profits over here. Okay, beautiful trading strategy, the range highs and the range lows. Okay, and usually, like I say, usually when you tap this level for the first time, you have a dump, you make a high, you fall down. Usually when you tap this level for the first time, you get a reaction. And you can make money from the reaction. Even though we are on an upward trend, you can still make money from the correction, and it continues. You can make money from that. Definitely a possibility. And I mean, if you see bullish CVD against these pivots, and as price is falling down, you see some massive bullish CVD, you know, okay, price is most likely going to turn around and shoot off to the races again. And then you can have a trend, and you can play the trend breakout. Okay. Right, that's enough faffing about this position over here. Let's go on to the 4-hour time frame. I just want to discuss two bearish scenarios over here. Okay, so I mean, it's all about the bears today. And for those of you that do believe we're going to $40,000, $41,000, $42,000, right? This section is for you. So smash up the like. I just quickly want to talk about the WXY scenario that I've been talking about quite often during my last couple of live streams. And let me clean this up. I know it looks a bit messy, but I'm going to explain it so it makes complete sense. So the one scenario we looked at is a WXY, and the Y wave is finished, and we're going to start building impulses to the downside to come and claim the low. So that scenario is still in play. If we fall down here and we make a lower high, when you take a fib from the high to the low and we dance around 618, 50%, maximum target 786, definitely a possibility to fall down here to form that third wave, impulsive wave to the downside. So, I mean, this scenario still carries high probability, but there's another WXY scenario where the range, like I said, when I showed you guys that bull flag, there's another scenario that says, okay, well, perhaps this is a larger WXY that I've got here in orange, okay, where the W is still over here. The X, because we took this pivot, okay, this X now moved over here. This is now our X, where you basically have a three-wave structure, 1, 2, 3 in W. You have a 1, 2, 3 in X, and you could have a 1, 2, 3, or a 5-wave structure in Y. Y can also be a triangle. It can also be a triangle where it basically does this and it falls down. So I just want to highlight this bearish scenario to show everyone, yes, the ultimate target for both of these scenarios is taking the lows. That's the target of both of these scenarios. What's interesting about the orange scenario is that we could still be ranging for a little bit longer before we get the dump to the downside. And as long as we are ranging, I can make money from a day trading perspective. I can long, I can short, I can long, I can short by applying my trading strategies. Okay, so for the bears, yes, you do at the moment have higher probabilities of coming to claim the low, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to happen right now. Okay, price action can still range and bore the crap out of everyone before it makes the move to the downside. So yes, there is the possibility of this WXY. You make a lower high over here and then you fall down. Okay, definitely that can still play out, but I just want to highlight that there is still a possibility for a longer range as well. Okay, right, so that's basically the scenario that I wanted to talk about over here. I've gone through a couple of altcoins as well. ETH, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this. For the legends in the house, you know, okay, I saw this in one of our new news articles. The power of 3. I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with this strategy, the power of 3. Basically what it means is that, where's my pen? Okay, you have a range, you have a fake out below. Okay, you have a fake out below the range, you get acceptance back above. That's basically what I discussed this morning during my YouTube update. You are inside a range, you get a deviation below, you get acceptance back above, and then you have the spring point to the upside to come and claim all of these highs and most go to much higher levels. And this is potentially a scenario that could be playing out here on the price of Ethereum. Let me just take the brushes here out the way. Okay, where this is basically what I've just shown you now. You have a range, okay? You have the deviation below. You get acceptance back above, which we did now, okay? We now got ETH to get acceptance back above, and this power of 3 basically says you're going to come and hit this level, which is the highs over here. So let's see how this plays out. Very interesting indeed. Right, I do like that ETH made this low over here. I really like that ETH made this low with extreme high volume, because that usually signifies the end of something and the start of something new. Right, so definitely a possibility for ETH to still range here and then break this trend, okay, and find upwards momentum to potentially come and claim these highs. Okay, so I mean, for Ethereum, now this is the conundrum, for Ethereum to play out this move. So let's say, okay, Ethereum is going to play out this move, hypothetical. It's going to play out and we're going to come and claim $2,800. It means, okay, that Bitcoin also needs to give us some upwards momentum, okay, for ETH to play out this scenario. So if the Y is going to be a much higher Y over here, that's potentially even coming to claim the high here at let's call it $70,000, right? Almost here at $70,000, because this is where I have the one-to-one extension. The Y wave, okay, also has a common target of the one-to-one extension. It can even go to the 1.236 over here. So I can just imagine that if this move had to play out where this is a WXY to the upside, okay, and we slowly grind here to the upside, that bump and run scenario that Sin Games highlighted here on the 50-minute, you take the high, you stay outside of the trend, you find upwards momentum, continuously building bullish CVD here to the upside, you break this trend, okay, where you're basically connecting this high against this high, right, then there's definitely a possibility for ETH to play out the scenario as well. Okay, so I'm just always trying to link an altcoin to what Bitcoin could potentially do. Because if I only saw bearish continuation, on Bitcoin, and I didn't really see any bullish scenarios at the moment, I would have said this scenario carries low probability. But based on this bearish structure, there is definitely a chance that even though the structure is bearish and we're going to come take the low, okay, this can still play out on Ethereum. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Right, let me just clean this up. Okay, looks blow offy. Looks blow offy. Okay, I just want to zoom into the smaller time frames, clean up the scribble over here, and see where we are. Okay, clean this up. Right, let's go back onto the 15-minute time frame. Still struggling over here. Still struggling. Okay, but if we close, like I said, if we close a 15-minute body candle close above, okay, you do increase the probabilities of coming to fill the inefficiency. So as long as we leave wicks behind, that's fine. We can still have a retracement and then potentially the breakout, okay, a little bit of a cool off. But if we close a 15-minute body of a candle, especially a 1-hour body candle close above, okay, we most likely going to a little bit higher over here. And maybe this will be the fake out. I don't know, right? But if you are in the long position from these levels, or even better, I see some of the legends in our Discord trading community took a successful trade from the low over here. Beautiful SFP from this low over here. So some of the legends are still inside of this trade. I mean, that's epic. You are now in massive profits here to the upside. And I hope that you've paid yourself on the way up. And obviously your position needs to be protected. And also your stop loss needs to be above your position so that if you get stopped out, you still get stopped out in profits. Right, 𝗬𝗫𝗂𝗿𝗫, just subscribe to your Legends community, but still shows upgrade account. Okay, you can submit a get help ticket, a support ticket, and someone from our admin team will assist you. So just go and log a ticket at the support section. So overbought the RSI. I haven't even looked at the RSI. 1 hour can still go a little bit. 15-minute, let's see. Yeah, I mean, RSI is not really an indicator that I like to trade with, but definitely a possibility. I mean, it is here at the top. There's a possibility to roll over, definitely, okay? But it's not something that I use to trade with per se, right? But it is definitely another level of confluence that you can add to your trading strategy. I'm not saying RSIs are a bunch of crap. All I'm saying is I don't need RSIs to make trading decisions. Sometimes I will look at the normal RSI, but I rarely use the stochastic RSI. Okay. Right, legends, that is basically what I wanted to discuss today. Let me see. I was having a look here at AVAX breaking out. Okay, a lot of the altcoins are actually breaking out with this upwards momentum. It's only natural, but I mean, if Bitcoin is going to find a rejection, you never know. But I mean, this looks good so far. We have some high time frame candle closes above. We have a 4-hour time frame candle close above. So AVAX looks like, you know, it wants to go a little bit up. Let's see how that plays out. I was also looking at XTZ, not ready yet. I'm tracking this momentum, not ready yet. Just want to look at something. Yeah, that's the momentum that I've been tracking. Almost ready, not ready yet. Right. Are we going up here? Lol, I don't know. Ha ha ha. So overbought the RSI. I've gone through that. Daily goal is 1%, made 2.5%. Very happy. Rudy, well done. I mean, yes, if your goal is 1% per day, and I know a lot of traders, I know about a lot of traders is if their goal is 1% gain per day, right? Once they've achieved their goal, they go and relax. They go to gym, they, you know, play with the kids, they do whatever they need to do from a personal life perspective, and you've achieved your goal. Why go and try and get into more risk and then turn this into zero for the day? And you're like, damn, this morning I was up 1% or even 2%. Now that I'm going to bed, I'm back at zero. Okay, don't overtrade. Once you've achieved your goal for the day, call it a day. because there's always another trade around the corner. Okay, don't overtrade. Give yourself a break. So congratulations, Mr. Rudy. Well done. I think, let me just check here. What is my percentage for today? I just want to check. My percentage for today is 1.4. Okay, so not as good as yours, but I mean, I'm happy with 1.4% for today. Right. And I mean, if you add that up over 30 days or over 20 days, okay, if you make 1% a day, that's 20% a month on your portfolio. And if you have a large portfolio, if you have a $500,000 or $1 million portfolio, 20% is a significant amount, okay? Okay, cool, legends. That was basically it from my side that I wanted to share. CVD still looks bullish. I'll be honest, it still looks bullish. Still falling down here. Even this with this small little momentum here, I still spot some strength in the price. Let's see how this plays out. Remember, down in the description, okay, that Bluffin 10% cashback deal. Don't miss out on this cashback deal. It's only up until the 12th of September. And then Bybit, we've got that when you sign up, that $500 position USDT that gets airdropped for you, and the $200 position if you guys want to take advantage of that. Right, legends, I said a little bit of a shorter live stream today. I appreciate everyone joining. Have an awesome night, and go and join our Discord Legends community. If you have any trading questions, you can ask me inside of there. You can tag Andy, you can tag me. We try to get to everyone. It's not always possible because we do pay, or we do divert more of our attention into the paid community. But we do try and answer questions from the free community as well. Okay. If you want access to the CVD template, I have no problem in sharing that in the Discord free community with you. Have yourselves an awesome night. Until the next one, cheers for now.